What's going on, man? Hello?
Yeah, it's kind of late here. Hello?
Okay, it's kind of late.
Yeah.
All right. I just wanted to ask you a few quick questions. Can you see me very good?
Yeah. I can see.
Okay, that's good. So, I wanted to tell you, like, I have a YouTube channel, and basically on my YouTube channel, I like to discuss topics of, American relations, African relations, just anything. And honestly, I haven't talked to anyone from Ghana yet, so you're gonna be my first one from Ghana that I talk to. So, can you kind of introduce yourself to the people and kind of tell them exactly what it is that you do?
Oh, okay. I'm Banky on social media. I'm Banky.
Okay.
Uh, I have a brand called GPAC Life Ghana. Uh, it's basically a brand that is an online brand that is focused on uh, bringing the diaspora and the Africa together, as in breaking the gap between the diaspora and Africa.
That's
Uh,
good.
yeah, basically, we are focused on uh, youth development and talent discovery,
Okay.
yeah, as well as business influencer. We promote local businesses and other
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
And
This
yeah,
is this is my question to you. So
yeah,
we kind of met each other in the African diaspora group, and ever since I met you, you've been emailing me, and we've been kind of corresponding with each other. And I kind of wanted to ask you, like, because I told you I do business. Now I'm definitely looking to expand my business into Africa, but I have my concerns about Ghana, and my concerns are I think that the way that I'm maybe used to doing business may be different than the way that Ghana does business. And I know, like, for some reason I see like in Ghana, and let me put this out there too. Like, I literally I really like Ghana is actually like one of my top countries in Africa that I like got a lot of love for. I really don't have a lot. I really don't like plan on visiting Ghana, but maybe you can change that for me. Maybe you could tell me something about Ghana that I didn't know, because I don't like, for what I see in doing research, I figure that Ghana is a country that relies heavily on oil, and it isn't like, I guess it's not diversified. Like, so it's not diverse like a country like Kenya. They got oil, they have tourism, they have, just different things. Like, and like I told you, we were discussing on the phone with the housing thing. See, in the United States, like, okay, the house that I live in right now, this is my house. Like, I own it, and it's no lease. Like, because I do housing as well, so I know that if you own a house and if you lease a house, that's two different things. Ghana only offers a 90-year lease, right? A 90-year lease.
yeah,
So, but here's the thing. Let's say if the house I own right now, in 90 years, it's still mine. So whatever wealth that it built is my house. Like, I can, if I want to sell it, let's say if it went up $200,000, $1 million. Let's say if it went from $10,000 to $1 million, then I incurred that investment. Like, I'm the one that capitalized off that investment. And I was thinking, in Ghana, if you ask me, it's not set up that way. So that means that it's kind of set up to really actually, like, at a fault, because it's like the people aren't going to be able to generate wealth from their property. So is this like, tell me, how would, like, the people, like, if we were to go to Ghana, like, how will we be able to generate wealth? If, because like a lot of people think like, oh yeah, Americans, we just want to come like, you know, like home to Africa, when really we're looking to generate wealth, you know.
Okay. I will personally say Ghana is at the front view of Africa.
Okay.
That's my view. Yeah, because according to World Bank ranking on GDP, Ghana is currently ranked or projected as the best country to be having a good and stable economy.
Okay.
Projected in 2019 and 2020 with about 9.5 GDP growth. You saying Ghana is basically relying on oil. I think that's another kind of, excuse me to say, a lie that I'm just hearing, because on the side of cocoa, Ghana is probably the second largest producing cocoa country in Africa. Yeah.
Okay.
On the side of tourism, yeah, Ghana is doing much better starting from last year and last 2 years. Ghana is starting to brief up its tourism industry with a lot of skills and diverse culture. Probably Ghana is being ranked by BBC Travel as among the 10 top destination for travelers within this year, which is getting bigger, because it was last year we had some kind of celebrities, black celebrities, who came to Ghana. Bonnie Winfrey also came to Ghana. One Hollywood star who was grateful to be.
I know he's talking about his. He was the one that played Spawn, right?
Yeah.
He's a karate guy. He goes karate.
Yeah.
Okay, I know who he's talking about. I can't. His name escapes me now, but like, trust me, everything. Like, okay, now you're right. Ghana, as far as cocoa, now I don't. You said they're the second producer, because I know the Ivory Coast is the number one producer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ivory Coast is the number one producer.
Okay, so
Ghana, yeah.
this is what. So that's good. That actually sounds great, because like I was thinking. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was thinking that and it's just me and you talking now. I kind of think that like because you know, another thing I've heard about Ghana, and let me pull out my map here. I got this African map here. You see, I got this from Equatorial Guinea. You heard of Equatorial Guinea?
Yeah, I know.
I got this when I was in Equatorial Guinea. So Ghana is right here. Let me show you guys that. And it's very small, you know. So they say, are you living in Accra right now?
No, I'm currently in Volta region.
What did you say?
I'm in Volta region.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Because I was hearing Accra is very small, and there's only like 2 roads that go in, like in the business, 2 business roads. And I just was thinking, because I really didn't know what you were like asking me about, because like this is our first conversation. We are talking, it'll be like, you'll be like, hey, what's going on? And I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to do business. And I'm gonna be honest, like I never thought to do business in Ghana, because I look at it like this. Ghana is the place to go for anybody that's African American. Like if it's their first time ever going to Africa and they never been before, and they want to, you know, like get back in touch with their, like, you know, like home or whatever, I would think that, yeah, go to Ghana. I mean, they having a Euro return, they welcoming people in, but it's more like non-tangible, because if you go to Ghana, it's more like they're building their tourism industry off African Americans and the African diaspora to be like, look, return home and that's gonna build the tourism for Ghana. But most African Americans that I know, we kind of looking for tangible things such as like how are we gonna own land, how are we gonna maybe gain citizenship in these countries, and also is it gonna be an industry there that either we can grow or develop, you know? And I was thinking like Ghana being small with a big booming population, maybe it wouldn't be sufficient enough for the ideas that you get what I'm trying to say. Like me being on it, like I know you being there, it may seem like it, but me being here, it seemed like it wouldn't be a good match. Like Ghana wouldn't be a good match for the African Americans, but that's why if you tell me otherwise, like I really don't know. Like this is me trying to figure out like what is like so popping with Ghana that I don't know about, because a lot of people that I do, because I know a lot of expats that do live in Ghana, and they tell me these stories about how their house get robbed all the time, how they you know they really get there, but you know it's some of them that do good and it's a lot of them that do bad. And I just wanted to know like what would we have to look forward for, and also like about that citizenship, like how does a person that's African American, because I can tell you more about that, because let's put it like this, right? Most African Americans, like the ones that would leave the United States and go live in Ghana, that's a small percentage. They don't think like the rest of us would think. So that's not a good representation of what we are, because that's like for instance, it's a lot of people that live in the United States from Ghana, but I know that they wouldn't be a good representation of what Ghana is, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I understand you.
Yeah.
For the sake of the industry that you might, or I might say that is going to be world developer to look for is maybe the real estate or the transportation industry.
Okay, transportation.
Yeah. Or probably the hospitality industry. Those are the three main industries that are booming right now. On the side of citizenship, alongside the year of return, you guys are given the right to stay here permanently for some while. And according to our constitution, a person that stays here for about 7 years is eligible to get citizenship. And within that 7 years, or within your stay here, if probably you find someone you marry, if you are single, if you find someone married, that automatically get you citizenship also. And I think diplomatic citizenship too is there, depending on the relationship.
Does Ghana offer dual?
Governments.
I'm sorry. Finish. I'm sorry. I interrupted you. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Depending on the network or the connection you have with those in the government.
Okay.
You can be given citizenship, but the permanent stay is equal to, because according to research, Ghana is having the highest Black American society in Africa.
Yeah, and the reason for that is because Ghana does a lot of promoting to African Americans. Like, let me tell you this, man. I'm gonna be honest. Like, me living in America, like, I can't every time I hear about Africa, I hear about Ghana. You know, like it's like okay, even remember when I was in the group, right? It's like I'm gonna put it like this. I was part of this group. It was called, well, it was like a page. It used to show a lot of like, you know, nice looking Ghanaian women and things like that. And I'll look at it and I'll be like, it was called like We Belong in Africa. And like instead of promoting like all Africa, like, you know, West Africa, East Africa, South Africa, it literally only promoted Ghana. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like the reason why a lot of African Americans live in Ghana is because they don't know about other places. They literally just only know about Ghana. And it's because Ghana is like so heavily promoted to us. And that's what I say, that when I say that I wonder if Ghana is a good fit for us, because it's the things that most African Americans are looking for. Like, so you said in Ghana we're able to get, you said, okay, so you said at the Euro return they offer what type of citizenship? I kind of missed that. I just let you keep. I was trying to, but I kind of missed what you were saying.
I said, as part of the year of return package, you guys are given a permanent stay.
Okay.
And within that permanent stay, person that stays above 5 years automatically gets a citizenship.
Okay. I'm gonna look more into that.
So that's a smart play. That's an indirect play on the side of our government, because automatically if someone stays in your country for 5 years, you imagine that the person have added values and professions into your country. So within that 5 years stay or 7 years stay in Ghana, you by all means bring either an economic value to the country or socio-economic value to the country. So that's a smart play on the side of our government.
Yeah, that is. That sounds pretty smart. We were waiting for something like that, because it's like for all of these countries to, you know, reach out for us and try to get us to be like tourists in their country. Because like me being an African American AA or whatever they call it, I see a lot of things, and I think with a business mind. Like I like when I go to Africa, I don't like going to places like Kenya or Nigeria or Ghana, because, you know, I've heard so much about it. That's why when I just talked to you, I'm like, yeah, I was in Equatorial Guinea. Like, I go places where nobody ever heard of. Like, I'm that type of person. I like the road less traveled, you know?
Okay.
So, but I do think that's smart. Now, I got two more things to ask you. One of them is that, okay, this is another gripe that I have with Ghana. And just remember this. I really do. Oh yeah, while we speaking about that, it's this song that I listen to that's like, no, that coupe. Now, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean?
It's kind of a song for nice guys.
Okay.
Like, it's a black kind of a chocolate skin guy.
Oh, okay, like a dark skinned guy.
Yeah.
So, so that's what that mean, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I was wondering what that meant. Like, I listen to that song all the time and never knew what coupe meant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like a dark. Is that like just a dark skinned guy? Hold on for a second. I'm gonna be there in 1 second. You hear me? Alright. Yeah, I know it's always something. I'll be there. I'm on my way. But look, what was I finna say? So yeah, so I heard that. And then okay. The slave castles. You know what I mean? Like the slave coast, the slave castles. Now, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Now, just remember this. I don't know about what the African Americans saying there, but I've been hearing from people that went to Ghana that when you go to these slave castles, they make the black people that were taken, like people like me, like my ancestors were taken from Africa and brought to the Americas in those slave castles, and they make me pay the same price as a white man, and they make the locals pay a cheaper price. So we gotta pay us, the people that suffered the worst from these slave castles, have to pay the same price as the white man when he go in there. Like, you know, don't you think that's kind of disrespectful?
I I personally don't side with that. Taking gate fee from black people that we see as of I last week there was a diaspora summit here in Accra. I got a gist that someone proposed they should review the art aspect of seeing our brothers as tourists. So I'm just praying the Ministry of Tourism review that side. If we can take the same fee as the locals, yeah, fine. Because you can't bring someone that you say is a sister and treat him like a stranger.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's bad, man. And I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look good because it's like we understand that this whole Euro return is like a play to get money, but man, that's not good because it's like really that's like a slap in our face. Like, and then also I was told that like when we get there, the locals in their own language, like they call us white man. You know what I mean? Like they call us white man, and it's like. That's something I can excuse because I understand, like, look how we talk. Like, I might talk like a white man to them, you know? But, like, I shouldn't have to pay the same as the white man. Like, if you know how blacks get treated over here in America, you wouldn't be calling us white men. You know what I mean?
I understand because I know how you guys are treated and molested over there. So, is that's a general term for anyone because Ghanaians think anyone from outside is white. That's how they think, and that's how most of them are program. I've done a lot of talk with people, so I'm kind of now used to the AA people. So I kind of sometimes educate people and say, wow. Look at this person. You are kind of the same color and family. So you can't call your brother a white man, whilst you guys have the same skin. If you see a white man, you definitely know a white man. Someone from the Europe can be definitely called a white man, but not.
Yeah, that's crazy. That sounds crazy on our end because we got. See, you know another thing that I noticed about like okay, and it's like not a knock because I understand. See, I got a great understanding because I've been there, I've been here, I've been all over. I go to Europe, you know what I mean? Like, I just got back from Spain this year, so I go all over. I actually speak Spanish, you know what I mean? So yeah, I speak Spanish. Like I'm very in depth in what I do. So listen, for you guys to call us white men, that's not really like that's something else that look worse than the slave trade because I mean the slave castles where they charging us like the white people. Because if you ever came to America, you will realize that you're a black man. You know what I mean? You will realize that me and you the same because you know why? You being a Ghanaian and me being a African American, they not gonna treat us no different. The cops they'll shoot you in the head, they'll sick their dogs on you, and you wanna know who will come help you? It'll be somebody like me that'll come help you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's why it's probably not good that you guys say that because we are your help. And if you don't look at it like that, then like we looking at y'all like y'all we supposed to be helping each other, not like, oh, you the white man, I'm the like we don't know that tribalism stuff. In America, we don't know tribalism because we all gotta stick together. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's one thing. So let's get off that, man, because I got a lot of like different feelings about that, and I just think that that's. But if you ever do talk to anybody that you can talk to, tell them that. Listen, we need to get that changed, or do it like this: they making money off these slave coasts, and maybe they should probably try to put that money in, like, not all of it, but a small percentage in helping the African Americans. You know what I mean? The ones that were slaves, as opposed to charging them extra. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So back to this. So these business opportunities, you said in transportation, hospitalities, and real estate. So maybe you're the guy that I can talk to about how to get into these industries, right? Or I'm gonna be honest, maybe we can work together on some things, because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That's really what I'm about. Like, I'm like, where I'm at now in life, all I'm about is building business. I do business, and I actually just wrote a book. I got a company called Street Genius to where, like, I'm writing, like, I got a little publishing company to where I'm putting out, like, new and inventive works. I got a technology company where I make small robotics, make new technologies, and also I do mobile designing. So basically, I design software to where everything that I do is geared towards helping my community, which is by turn. See, I told you. See, us African Americans, we don't look at things like you Ghanaian and I'm American. Nigga, you black. You get what I'm saying? That's how we looking at you. You get what I'm saying? That's how you are to us. I'm just gonna be real with you. It ain't none of that stuff. That's some stuff that y'all think about, because it's so many of y'all, and you know, like, if it's only black people, like, you grew up in a society where it's only black people. So to kind of like differentiate each other, you say, I'm this tribe and I'm that tribe. But we don't do that. We live in a society where it's black people and it's white people. Then it's Asians and it's somebody else. So you are black. You know what I mean? And that's who you are. I know you don't think like that, and maybe I might be wrong somewhere in there too, but in the grand scheme of things, by me growing up with these people, like, did you hear on the news how Britain just was trying to invade? I think they was trying to invade your country too. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
See? I'm telling you, man, the enemy is not me. The enemy is not that guy, that black dude from America that y'all call a white man. That's not the enemy. The enemy is the person that's trying to invade y'all country that I live right next door to and I know a lot about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So instead of like looking at us like we like the white man or we like the enemy, y'all can actually learn a lot from us because we know all of their secrets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are into technology, right?
You said what now?
You are into technology, right?
Yeah, but look, man, this is what they don't want. That divide and conquer stuff was real from the beginning. They tried to divide, they tried to conquer. But look what you doing. You reached out to me, and look, we on the phone now having a peaceful conversation. And you know what? You know we gonna build from this conversation. Hopefully, this conversation brings fruits to my ventures and yours as well. You know.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this camera off right now because I kind of want to talk to you like about business, but I don't want to talk about it on here because, hey, they need to get their own connects. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put my man's contact information down there, so if y'all want to reach him, I'm gonna give y'all the contact. But right now, the business that me and him talk about, this between me and him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go and cut this off, and I'll see y'all later.